my dear Virgo. This is a reading about what the person most on your mind would want to happen between you two. With me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this reading will be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And for Virgo, this will be a reading about what the person most on your mind wants to happen between you two. It can often be a conflict between head and heart, and this will be revealed here, together with the most likely action they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. I will also reveal what they would tell you if they dare to tell you the truth with the brutally honest oracle cards. These ones. And for a cross-watcher, this reading will most likely be about where the Virgo person's thoughts and feelings are at. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And I usually read for the empath side of the story. Also remember that the other person holds your shadow that you mirror out to the world, so you can be able to see it. In the end, you need to use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this general reading for you. And if you want to watch the channel's reading in advance and ads free, you can become an extended member to the channel. I'm also doing spiritual growth readings for all the members to the channel every week and personal readings for the full members. So subscribe and then check this out, the different levels through the join button, or follow the link in the description box to learn more. And for this reading, I will use the THELEMA tarot. Okay. When I open your deck here, I see the Fool together with Five of Swords. So I'm feeling this is a combative personality that doesn't know better, okay? They start conflict because they don't know better. They try to maybe win over other people or steal their dignity because they don't know better. They don't know that this is wrong, or they haven't had like the real negative consequences of this just yet, or they have had it, but they haven't put one and like two and two together. Okay, so I call the Divine with Love and Light, and here we have the Moon together with the Fool. So it seems like this person have a shadow side that makes it a little bit hard for them to see what they are doing. It's almost like their shadow are taking over and projecting issues onto other people. It's still a beautiful soul, like a pure soul. It's just they have some difficulties with living their life on earth in a grown-up manner. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we see the Seven of Cups with the Fool. So the Seven of Cups, for me, it's the minor arcana moon card. It's a person being stuck in an illusion or a nightmare, a situation where they are not able to understand what's right and wrong, or what's good and healthy, or what's not good and healthy. And they might have overreactive, dramatic, hysterical reactions to different things. And they usually don't live like a stable and grounded life. They are very emotional and overreactive. So I don't know where I were because I'm blabbering too much, but I call the six elements. And here we have the Five of Cups with the Fool. So we can see this person have had negative consequences of their behavior. It has made them very sad. And also here I'm seeing they don't understand why you are treating them so poorly at this point. I can understand why. You're probably sick and tired of their behavior, and you feel like this person is hopeless. It's no getting through to them. They can't understand right from wrong, or they can't understand what I'm saying. So you start to become irritated and you tell this person, I have enough of this BS, so thank you, but no thank you, don't call me again. And this makes this person so sad. Okay, so six elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Virgo viewers. So I want my dear Virgos to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Complicated shuffling today. Okay, now it was done. So I will just tune in to you and the person most on your mind, and what do they want to have happen between you two for a few seconds. So this is their most likely action that they will take when it comes to you and your relationship, and this is what's on their heart, or their dreams, what's in their heart, their emotions for you. And this is on a mind's level, like the plans that they have for your relationship. Okay, you and your relationship. So we have the Five of Pentacles here. It shows a person with a very low self-esteem, a person. We have had a lot of fives. Five of Swords, Five of Cups, and now Five of Pentacles. It usually shows people on a rather low spiritual and personal development, where we put a lot of our self-confidence in other people, and what they do say matters so much, and we become very dramatic and hysterical if another person says or do the wrong thing, because it's so tied up to our self-confidence. And it's also attached to the kind of level of human spiritual growth as religion might reflect, when we need to have a set of rules. This is what we are allowed to do, this we are not allowed to do, and we can hold other people responsible to, you should have followed this rule, you should have been like this, you should have done like this, and we might feel like we have a bigger authority behind us, religion, parents, culture, and we say, you have done the wrong thing, you should have done like this. And so it comes from a want and need to control other people and to feel very small in the world. So we need to be like a part of a bigger concept, that other people loves us, that we are popular, or that we are following certain rules. So we are invited into a community. And here the person, we have seen it already, that this person, they probably try on a surface to be like following the rules, but since they have a big shadow and they are very conflicted emotionally, this person will probably hold you responsible to following the rules, but it's very likely that their big shadow will not follow the rules. And therefore people will start to shunt them, or feel like, oh, I can't be with this person, they are so difficult. And then they will feel like, what? Why? I'm following all these rules. They are not. And it doesn't really matter if they follow the rules or not, because we really need to be like our true soul self, to become our own authority and find our deepest spiritual moral codes and values. And this is just a stage. People will grow out of it, but right now this person is smack in the middle of it and being very affected by it. So with low self-esteem, probably judgmental towards other people, have a big shadow, is dramatic and overreactive, and might be very have a lot of criticism for other people, or immediately go for the throat when there's a conflict. So not very calm and cool, this one. And here on an emotional level, they are trying to be calm and cool. We have the Four of Swords here, but it's almost like they're trying to be calm and cool and block you out, because they're getting too emotional here. So I'm seeing a person that's trying to act like they don't need you, and like they have their life and it's lovely to live, and you are just like a nail in their eye, but really they do love you a lot. It's just that they probably don't feel like you love them back. So they're trying to act cool and act like they don't care about you. Okay. It's very natural for this stage of human development to act like this. It's not something strange. And here we have their most likely action that they will take when it comes to you and your relationship. And they want some kind of truth coming out, or they want to send some kind of message to you. Again, we see a lot of love that they have for you, but also that they're closing, they have walls around themselves, guarding a door here. So since their self-worth is so hanged up if what kind of love you show them, so they can't show you love, because that will mean that if you don't show that love back, they are down here and you are up here. So they have these ideas about that they need to close themselves off to you so that they can protect their ego in this situation. But with Ace of Swords, there's a little bit opening. So I have a little bit hope for maybe this person will do a brave or truthful thing, or they might turn things around. They might come clean, or they might say, okay, I understand what you were saying, and I think you're right. So it can come a surprise here. Okay. Sometimes when my autofocus is this overreactive, it's because we have spirits present. So I ask you to be patient, because yesterday the camera was fine and now it's fine again. Okay, thank you. Don't be in the front of the camera, please. So here with their plans, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. So this could be interpreted as a Virgo that wants to cause a conflict, or someone wants to cause a conflict with a Virgo. Okay, so it's very suitable for the Virgo reading. And I see it like this. You come with some kind of kind offer, or you're trying to be grown up and responsible in this situation. You're offering something to the situation so that it can be harmonious and lovely. Okay, and this is how the other person responds. We have the Five of Swords here again. So because of their low self-esteem, even if you offer them something, they will take it as a hostile, like a hostile movement that you are doing, and they will respond with hostility. They don't understand the kind of energy that you come with, that you're actually offering them something. Instead, they are getting very edgy, I would say. So they think about things that you have been offering them, and they get on edge. Either they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or you are not that nice as you are trying to like paint yourself off to be, because they know themselves. They know that they have a nice surface and a really dark shadow, so they expect you to have the same, and you probably have. But sometimes it can be the other way around, that you have a very like your shadow might be a little bit more like this, that if you would allow it, you would put up more of a fight. While this person already is in the fight mood, and they probably have their more naive parts, like the Fool, being more trusting and innocent, is in their shadow. It's very complicated, because you are mirroring this other person. So either you have this personality trait yourself and you display it in other situation, or you have the opposite of this personality trait in your shadow. Okay, and here we have an Ace of Pentacles. So there's some kind of chance for a new beginning here, and it is with what you are offering to this person. So I'll see. And we have the Ace of Cups here. I actually see that you that watches this and have this other person being displayed here, you have come to a point in your spiritual growth where you can be nice towards people that are not even particularly nice towards you. You can probably hold a pretty calm interaction with this person, even if they get very highly reactive. And I feel a hope from this person because of this, and also a little bit element of surprise. I might warn you though, because if some of you, if this is not a romantic relationship, for example, you're trying to agree with your ex about the children, or you are trying to make a friend understand your point of view, is actually that this person feels you understand them on such a deep level that this person might fall in love with you. And I don't know if this is the person I would want to have fall in love with me, because they are practically a very overdramatic child. Okay, and we have a 3 of Cups here. So whatever situation you have with this person will probably solve itself in a beautiful manner. And if you don't want a romantic relationship with this person, you might need to, you can still be as nice and still as understanding, but have a much more professional attitude, because if you don't want this person to fall in love with you, because that's what I'm seeing is happening. And with a person that is in this stage, they might become like really clingy, or they will need you to make them happy. They will need you to make their life worth living. They will need you, so you will have to follow all these rules for how often you need to text them, or how often you need to call them, or how often you need to see each other, or who you're allowed to hang out with, who you aren't allowed to hang out with, what kind of leisure activities you're allowed to have, what kind of leisure activities you're not allowed to have. So if this person falls in love with you, they will start to control you. And it's because you come with a very grown-up attitude of unconditional love and calm, and you have a lot to offer to this person. So they would want this in their life, and they don't have probably much of this, and so you will become very, very important for them. Okay, and here we are moving on to what's on their heart level. So dreams and hopes that they have in their heart. And we have a Page of Cups, so that's very beautiful intentions and a very sweet little soul, but is also a person being very immature compared to the Queen of Pentacles here. So we can see that maybe you're not on the same level maturity-wise. And here the person is trying to play cool and act grown up, but really they are like this stray little puppy that got lost, and when they find their owner, they are going to stick to that person. So again, if you don't want them to fall in love with you, or to like have them, this friend move into with you, or the relative come and stay and they don't go home, you might want to have a little bit more professional attitude. 2 of Swords comes underneath the 5 of Swords. So I'm thinking this is actually the person trying to cool down their more conflicted behavior. And that might be, for example, not talking to you, because we have 2 cards of not talking to you. And that's not because they want to be cruel. I think this is because they are trying to not say stupid things. And so either they will minimize the talking or not talk with you at all when they are feeling very upset, like with the 5 of Swords here, because they know you're right and they're trying to calm down. They're trying to not be agitated at this point. They're trying to be more, to only display their good sides, because they probably think that this is what you deserve since you behaved so nicely in this situation here. So if the person ghosts you, it's because they think that that's the best for you. And I kind of agree with them, because this can be a very heavy energy to have around, since this person will react to things you say and do, and you will always have to explain yourself and calm them down and make them feel good about the situation again, and not become like hysterical and get nosebleeds. And here we have the Hierophant. So here this person is kind of turning to the moral codes and laws in society to try to be a better person for you. And they are still on this level where they need this kind of recipe. Don't kill other people. Don't cheat with your best friend's wife. So most people knows that this is is not good, and we would have very bad consciousness. If we would do something like that, we would get like immediately a reprimand from our own soul. We would be tormented with doing something like that. But on this level, we still are. We haven't lived so many lifetimes, so we don't immediately get the feeling of that this is wrong, I shouldn't do this. Hopefully it comes afterwards when we have done it, that because our soul reminds us, but we won't know before we have done the mistake that it's a mistake, and it's because we don't have enough experience. So it's nothing with their soul. Their soul is perfect. It's just not enough experience with living many human lives. And the Hierophant is very they are like how can I say this? This people that comes and the new builders of a land. Let's say the first one that comes to America, the pilgrims. So they want to figure out the land that they are living in. They want to figure out how to live in it and how to survive, how to get their offspring to survive. So they will make up laws and rules for how to, like moral conducts, but also laws and rules for how to behave, so everything will go well. So they're pretty high strung, kind of being very intense with looking what's good, what's bad, and trying to figure this out, because it's a sense of urgency to make the place safe, because we are this pilgrims in a new world, and we want to make things safe as soon as possible. So we make a lot of rules and laws, and we force people to follow these rules and laws. And now I feel this person is they are doing the same thing with themselves. They are a little bit on an enchanted territory with this Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. It's a very forgiving energy. I think that they feel they want to live up to a better, it's like coming to paradise and you want to behave well. So that's how I'm feeling. But we need to remember that this creates a big shadow. So if we try to behave, and then our natural reaction that we don't have experience to deal with will have to blow up somewhere. So we might be nice in this relationship, but explode on our best friend instead, or explode at work, or try to be nice towards the boss, but explode at home. So it's a little bit like a downside, but it's a necessary step where we can learn to behave in better ways. But it doesn't come from experience. It comes from a state of fear and not knowing. So it's not from a state of wisdom and knowing. It's a state of trying to figure it out, and trying to put words to what we see and what we experience. So we can see this person is doing a good job with this. They are. It's a very healthy, like on this level, it starts to become very healthy. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So I think when this person they need to have a discussion with themselves. They need to put up rules of conduct for themselves and figure out how to behave in the relationship with you. And when they have done so, then they will reach out and try to show themselves from their best side. And they mean really well. And it seems like they would want you to be happy, and they would want you to like them. So I'm thinking this person is stepping up their behavior to make you like them. But it's deeper than that. I'm also feeling consideration. So this person is turning from a very immature, kind of highly reactive person to a person that thinks twice before they speak. So it seems very good, and it's a beautiful development. But still, okay, it's not going to be solved. This is not a final solution. It just means that the person is working with themselves, and that's better than just reacting, and getting bad outcomes and not trying to figure out why. At least here they are trying to figure out why and do something about it. So that's very healthy. Okay, so we'll move on to the most likely actions that they will take. And we have a Queen of Swords here. So they might have acted like nose up in the air and acted like this what you offered was BS, or that they judged you, or that they didn't feel particularly forgiving towards you, or they weren't particularly understanding towards you. But I think this is this person's natural reaction. They always go to this, that they judge you and think the worst before you have proven otherwise. So that's why they're very high strung and dramatic. And this is Libra, Ace of Pentacles. So this Queen of Swords is actually a defense for them, together with the Two of Swords, to not have to get the tsunami wave of emotion every time something happens. So they try to safeguard themselves and say, hell is other people. Okay, hell is other people. Every other person is hell until proven otherwise. And that makes them like ready for taking whatever crap comes along. And it makes them less, because they are very vulnerable, so it makes them a little bit less vulnerable. So this is a survival technique that makes them calm down, but it also makes them very edgy. So they're very edgy when with other people. It's easy to cross them or make them judge you, but it's a survival technique that keeps the hysterical part of this a little bit at bay, not fully, but a little bit. So it's not a bad thing, but for you it will feel like this person is judging you and having their nose in the air and knowing best and maybe giving a lot of criticism. Okay. And then we have a King of Cups here. So this is the beautiful thing that this person does because they love you or are falling in love with you or have already been in love with you for quite some time. So instead of having the negative reaction, they are trying to put a lid on it and show their more loving sides. So they're really trying to temper themselves and work with themselves. The Temperance card is the card that also mirrors the Hierophant, and it's when we are trying to work with ourselves to get to even the next level and the next level in this spiritual growth. So we're getting new books to put in our library of wisdom, so it will become wisdom eventually, but in this stage it's a little bit overreactive and fearful. And here we have a Knight of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a person having like real deep love for you, but moving very slowly. We have Taurus, first step. So it's a person that just walks their, it's like a baby learning to walk their first steps. So it's not an expert on running, or it's not going to run any marathons anytime soon. So it's a person that takes things slow, like one step at a time. And that's also very considerate. We can still see that they are a bit younger than you. Queen of Pentacles is not mirrored by the King of Pentacles here. It's the Knight. So it shows that they're still immature in many ways. But their love is very big and pure. It doesn't mean that it will be comfortable for you having this person loving you. Because it will come still, I'm sure, with a lot of judgments, but we'll see. The Sun, that's actually very beautiful. Five of Swords, the Hierophant, shows this person with having this almost religious kind of how they try to conduct themselves in life by following rules. But here comes their soul, just like this, very beautiful. And is the highest card for love in the whole deck. And we also have the Ace of Cups, which is unconditional love and trying to work on this. So if this person has been pestering your life before, if they would notice in the future that you feel pestered by them, I think they will take more responsibility for that and more consideration for you. And they might ask you, okay, I'm seeing you getting irritated with me right now. What did I do? So this is a person that's starting to see themselves, starting to penetrate through their own shadow and being able to clearly see that, oh, I made a mistake. I can see it on this whole person. They are becoming very stiff and ready to run. So what did I do? How can I help here? How can I fix this? How can I do better? So it's very pure. It's very beautiful, and it's not at all this judgment before I think they projected a judgment on you while they are really judging themselves. And here we can see this, having very low self-esteem, being very vulnerable, but then just stepping up to becoming the King of Cups. So I think it's the love for you that's sparking this kind of change in this person, that they are inviting their soul in. We have the sun here, the soul, and the sun's rays. So it's all about truth and honesty and seeing things as they really are. The truth shall set you free. And this person is really working after this concept, and therefore they are ready to face their own shadow and see their own ugly picture in the mirror and see, okay, so I actually took all my rage out on this person, and now they're very angry with me, and that's understandable. If I want this person in my life, I need to make them trust me again by being very trustworthy and heal what I caused. So it's very responsible. And here we have the Tower. I feel like the Tower could mean that they will relapse in old behaviors, but it's just so they can see it even more clearly. I think there will be more disasters to come in this relationship with this person, but it will make them, it's like when you're triggered by something. Let's say that your best friend suddenly says that they will go on a vacation to Spain without you. And you wonder why weren't you invited? And this person is being very happy for this trip, and they can't speak of anything else. And you don't say that you get very triggered by this. It could be very easy if you didn't have a wound here. You would probably say, "Oh, lovely, Spain! I would want to go too." And then they have to tell you why you can't, or they will say, "Ah, lovely, yeah, I didn't even think about that because you're always so preoccupied. But yes, try to book a ticket. This is our hotel. This is the flight we will take." But if you are having a shadow here and a wound and being triggered, you will be very angry with your friend, and you will... But you will deal with this probably on your own a little bit to try to figure out why you're so triggered, because the friend is still your friend. They're still calling you every day. They're still doing this. They're still doing that. So nothing has really changed, except they are going to Spain with someone else. That's not you. So we can go deeply in and find out why we are triggered like this. And that is healing us step by step. So I'm thinking this person is going to be triggered a lot in the future as well. But that's just... a way for us to see what still needs to be healed, and we can help another person through the triggering. If we notice they are being triggered, we can say, okay, I'm seeing you being very triggered right now. I'm not trying to harm you in any way. Can you please tell me what was hurtful in this situation? And then you say, I feel pressured. I feel pressured that you are going to have to follow me on every trip I will ever make. In other case, you will get crossed with me. And then you can say, okay, so you are scared of losing your freedom, and if you are in a relationship with me, you will have to please me for the rest of your life. I understand. Okay, so no, we are not going to have it like that. But it would be nice, since we are friends, that maybe we could, at least if we don't go to Spain, maybe we can go to Maine when you're coming back from Spain. Okay. So it seems like this person will actually come out of their difficult position and reach truth. That doesn't mean it's, happily ever after. It just means that from now on they will see when they get triggered, and they will be able to... not all of the times, but often enough, they will be able to see that they are triggered, and they will heal themselves instead of blaming you for getting triggered. So this is what they want to say. I don't feel good enough. We are a bad match. I think you're a bad match. This person probably don't feel good enough for you in any kind of way, and therefore they wait for the other shoe to drop and wait for you to tell them that they are too ugly for you, too unsmart, they own too little money, or they earn too little money and they don't have a car. So I'm definitely don't feel that they think you are a bad match to them. They seem to idolize you. They just, maybe they know you don't want them, or they know that you would never go for a person like them, or it's something like this. So, and this triggers them, that they can't have what they want to have, which seems to be you. Okay. I never felt safe loving you. And of course, if this wasn't a mutual love story, because I'm just seeing the Queen of Pentacles here being you, and I see you offer something tangible like this pentacle here, and love as well. But is it really love, or is it just you being very empathic and friendly? I don't know. So I never felt safe loving you. Maybe you never loved this person. Maybe this is someone being very much in love with you, and you know, trying to force you to love them. I played you. I don't get really a connection with this. I played you. I will fight for our love. So I will see. I will fight for our love. I see them really fighting for your love here. But the playing thing, this might be something that have happened in the past. I can see they are kind of playing a game here where they really feel like they have a cup out there for you, and they're acting like they don't even want to talk to you at this point. So this can be, of course, a little bit games and plays. But I'm not seeing the really like this player kind of thing. I'm more seeing a person that's very attached. And it's very, a player usually are very detached. A player is a person that doesn't really care about the other person, doesn't care if they love them or don't love them. They just care what they can get from you. That they can get a night, romantic night with you, or that they can get you to do services for them, or that they always have someone to call. And this is not it. This is a person that wants to invade and control your life. So they are not free from you in that way. So I don't know if they think that you are a player. It might be that they think you are so charming and you're doing all these things, and you are flirting with them, they feel, and you are already in a relationship with someone else. So, okay, so this is your point of view. The grass was always greener elsewhere. So I think you agree with them. Maybe you are not super in love with this person. Maybe you were just trying to be nice, or you're trying to be a nice friend, a nice co-worker, or you are playing them. Grass was always greener elsewhere. You might be the player. Okay, so I'm actually going to put it on this side. And what more? I'm scared of you. I would also be scared of this person because they are very all-consuming. It's a person that wants to own you. They think you are like the best, and they want to keep you in their pocket forever. And that's a boring existence, I would guess. And I want to find someone new. So I really think you do. Okay, so I'm hearing a song here. So you want to find someone new. I really hope you do, because I love you. I don't think this person wants you to find someone else. It might be that this is already a three-party relationship. This person is looking a little bit crossed at the tree here. The 3 is a beautiful number of the Empress. It just shows valuable things that people would want to have, and sometimes they collect too many partners and makes the other people a little bit jealous. But I can see this person really wants to be good for you. It doesn't seem like you understand the depths of their love for you, or what they would do to be able to be with you. You might be in another relationship with another person. So maybe we have got this all wrong, and this is like, what person have you most on their mind? So this might be some secret admirer of yours that's totally stalking you, refusing to talk to you right now, but they're just gathering strength to be a better person for you. So where are this relationship going? What's the outcome here? Free yourself. It's time to take back control over your life. So you don't have to be nice towards this person just because they love you to the moon and back. I think the less boundaries we put in a relationship like this, the more we will feel consumed and overwhelmed and want to run in the other direction. So if you want a healthy relationship with this person, you need to put boundaries, okay? And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Because it can be hard if we have a person that's really very much in love with us and we don't feel the same thing. We can feel guilty, and we might need to talk with people in our surrounding and say, like, this is what they expressed and this is how I feel and what should I do? Because that can help you through, so you don't become, because if your soul is more experienced, it knows how it feels to be in this person's shoes, and you don't want to be the one to break their heart. But so you might need a little bit of support to find the exact right way to cruise through this without making too much damage for this person and for your own soul. You don't want to have an endless karma with this person, having to live with them in lifetime after lifetime because you refuse to love them. So you want to, or do the right thing by them. So that's, if you feel a little bit nervous with this, let your friends help you to how you can free yourself and entangle their sticky small fingers without getting too much of a bad consequence, like them being destroyed or you having a karma with them for eons to come. So what do they want to tell you? Dragon's Lair and One Ring Circus. This person is definitely a One Ring Circus. Dragon's Lair, 19. I feel like this person is the Dragon's Lair, but this is what's on their mind. You're always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. But this is also from their soul, so it might be that their soul is telling you that you know when things are out of alignment, when you are, faced with a person that, because controlling people can also become very abusive. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is a greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. So I'm thinking this is their soul telling you that this is a precarious moment, how you deal with this relationship. But if you deal with it in the best way you are being guided to, and you feel with your higher sense of moral, you will get some gift out of this situation. Maybe learning how to deal with difficult people in a way that doesn't break their heart, but also doesn't make them fall in love with you. And this new territories are waiting to be discovered if you free yourself. So maybe this isn't a relationship for you, and just because they want you doesn't mean you should want them. You need to listen to yourself. If you're hopelessly in love with this person, then I guess you have like a chance to get a relationship working with this person, because it seems very lovely with this constellation here. And also it's almost like helping each other through one's triggering. But seeing the low investment you have made in this relationship, we actually need to be two people in love. It can't be just one. Both people need to want this relationship, not just, I weren't offered anything better, so I take this one, because they seem to be very obsessive of me, so I guess they want me badly. One Ring Circus, you are capable and competent. Independence is key now, and this is not an independent relationship, it's the contrary, and that's why we have you free yourself card here. Independence is key now as you step into your journey today. Others may not have the vision or resources that you need. Recognize that all the wisdom you acquired along the way makes you particularly competent, capable of moving forward with assurance. Self-reliance is important. Another aspect to consider is creating and maintaining clear boundaries between you and another. Be discerning about your partnership at this time. When you know who you are and have a healthy sense of where you end and another person begins, you're able to enter in the best kind of relationships and will attract people who mirror back your wholeness. Interdependent relationships are always mutually supportive, stimulating, and transformative. You can achieve anything at this time. So this is also what this person's soul wants to achieve. So even if they are over-controlling and try to keep you for themselves, it's not what their soul wants to learn in the end. So if you don't feel like you are up for becoming their pet in a cage, in a golden cage maybe, you are free to express your true wants and needs in this situation. I want to warn you though, if this is an abusive partner, it can be very dangerous to free yourself. I still want you to do that, but do it in ways so that this person can't, if they are abusive or in a physical way or threatening you, you need to kind of disappear into the night. So I just want to say that because the statistic says that it's very dangerous to leave a relationship like this if the other person is abusive in a physical way, but also in a threatening way. So I don't want to end on that note, but for those of you that love this person, I think you will have a very good outcome. For those of you that's not in love with this person, you need to follow your own feelings, and you can't stay in a relationship just because you are finally being offered what you wanted, like someone that will stay with you. Don't cheap out. Your whole soul needs to be in a relationship, not just one foot. Okay. So I would urge you to watch the reading, the True Thoughts and Feelings for your sign in the True Thoughts and Feelings playlist, or the love reading for May or June. That will probably reveal more. You can also watch What Do They Want to Happen from previous month to get the development of this story from then till now.
Jet planes in the night sky with you.
Today, if you can't get enough of my readings on YouTube, you can now become a member to my channel and get access to premium content videos. There are 3 different levels to choose from. You can become a supportive member and get personal and spiritual growth readings for the collective.
Getting high in the sunrise with you.
The second option is to become an extended member, where you get access to the collective readings from the previous level, and you will also be able to see all the channel's astrological tarot readings for all the signs ahead of time and ads free.
Getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do. And I wish that I could put it time.
The third option is to become a full member, where you get access to all the perks from the previous levels. And on top of that, you will get short personal readings from me every week. It is very similar to super chat readings, but here you subscribe instead of paying for super chats.
'Cause time moves on, and now you're gone. Oh, if only I could build a time machine, I'd come and get you.
There is a lot of other perks that's available for all levels, as membership loyalty badges, custom emojis, and other special features.
I'd come and get you. I can't forget you. I miss you, I miss you, I miss you all the time. I wish that.
If you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see the join button, where you can learn more about the membership. You can also follow the link in the description box to check this out. And if you're still not convinced that this is a good option for you, you can become a member just to support my channel and help me keep on doing readings for all the astrological signs. I hope you will join and we will have so much fun together. Thank you for watching this far. I'm sending you all my love and all my gratitude.